Alison Solven with Stamp Crazy. Today I wanted to show you how you can use some coordinating products from Stampin' Up. These are all hexagon shaped. We've got a punch here, we've got a new Beehive Framelit, and we have an embossing folder, and they all look like little beehives or little hexagons. So I wanted to show you how I can use them all on one card. This was a card that we did at my recent Big Shot Club, and you can see that we've got the embossing folder, and then we've got our Framelit, and then we've got our Hexagon Punch. So it really coordinates beautifully. Here's another sample. This time I did not use the Hive embossing folder behind it. I wish I had. I think it would have been cuter. But we've got a little bee here and then Be Mine. So cute Valentine card. So let me show you how I can use these products together. The first one I want to show you is the Beehive embossing folder. I'm going to bring in a cardstock, just a regular piece of cardstock here for our card. And I want to wrap it around my card because it's just a single layer card. It's not layered onto something else. So I'm just putting it in here so that the fold lines up with the fold of the embossing folder. And you can go ahead and run that through your Big Shot. I also wanted to show you a new product that Stampin' Up! Has called the Texture Boutique Machine. I'm just going to turn it on its side and hope you can see that. It's really cute, it's really portable, and it's really easy to take to crops. All you have to do is take your embossing folder and your plates, put your embossing folder in between here, then you're going to put it in your Texture Boutique and then just run it through, just like this. What I like about it is it doesn't take up any space on my desk, so it's really easy to use. Now it only embosses, it doesn't do any framelits or any cutting of dies, but this is great because I do a lot of embossing. And there you go, there's your embossed image. The next thing I want to do is my Framelit. This has to go through the Big Shot. You've got a magnetic platform here, you've got your plate, you've got your piece of cardstock and your Beehive Framelit, and it's facing down, so the ridges are facing down. That's what's going to cut out your image. Okay, and then your clear top goes on top, and then we're just going to run that through the Big Shot. Once that's run through, you're going to get your cutout piece. Now a lot of these little pieces will pop out, and you can use them on other projects actually, which is a cute idea. I'm going to actually bring in one that's done in yellow just so you can see. I'm going to superimpose it on here so you can see which ones punch out and which ones don't. And you can go ahead and use those little punch out ones on another project as a little layer. Really cute. Now another tip you can do is between your paper and your Framelit you can put a piece of wax paper, and this will pop out a lot easier. Although I don't find it a problem to pop it out. Now for my card, I'm just going to bring it back in here. I don't want to use my entire piece. I only want to use part of it. So I'm going to just take my die here and I'm just going to cut, and I'm not really planning the cuts. I just know that I want to trim this out quite a bit. And each one will be different. So there's no rhyme or reason here. There's no right or wrong. Just kind of figure out where you'd like the pieces. And I know I don't want the sides, so I know I can cut all those off. Just like that, and then I'll just do one more cut here. So that's what I'm left with. And each one's going to be different. What I want to do is just adhere this to the card, and I'm going to do that with dimensionals. And I'm going to set that aside. The next element is this little butterfly. So I've got a butterfly here from the set called Backyard Basics. Here's the whole set. Got a bee, bird, egg. And what's really awesome about this is that there are framelits that actually match these. So that's the Framelit we're going to use to cut out that butterfly. So it's really simple. I always like to put my embossing buddy over my project before I actually emboss. I've got white embossing powder and my Versamark pad. So ink that up, stamp, and apply my embossing powder. Tap off the excess. I'm just going to set that aside for a sec. The next element is my saying. I'm going to bring in a piece of Marina Mist cardstock. again, I'm going to take my embossing buddy. I just find that this helps with any stray oils or anything from your fingers that might inadvertently have the embossing powder stick to where you don't want it to. So I just find this makes it a nice clean image. So embossing powder again, that's the white. Now we're ready to emboss. I'm going to bring in my heat gun. There are two settings on a heat gun. There's 1 and 2. So for the Marina Mist, I'm going to use 2. Like that. And for my vellum, which is more delicate, I'm going to use 1. And there we go. You can see that the vellum didn't bend or warp like it used to when the speeds were too high or the heat was too high. Now it's just a really nice embossed image. What I love about this project is I don't have to cut out anything. I'm going to line up my Hexagon Punch with my words here, just like that. My butterfly is even easier because I'm going to just match up that matching framelit. And of course it won't move because it's on a magnetic board here, plate. Put my top plate on and I'm going to run it through my big shot. And the next thing I want to do is I want to color this butterfly because it's too white. And so I'm using Marina Mist marker. I'm going to turn the butterfly over. So I'm coloring on the wrong side. I'm not, the opposite side from the embossed image. Bring in my other elements here. I'm going to attach these with dimensionals. Final touch is going to be putting on some rhinestones. So I'm going to grab a big one for my butterfly. And then on each one of these sheets is these little strips, which I really love because they come off in one big line. So I'm just going to pull it off and just going to place it underneath my words here. It makes it kind of easy because they're already in a line, and they're already got adhesive, so it's really easy. So that's my little card that I did for our Big Shot Club using all those hexagon shapes. So I hope you've enjoyed this project. And thanks for joining me today, and happy stamping!
Hey, if you wanna play, make it a better place. It'll take creation, imagination. Try to draw out